Zecharia Sitchin, long may he rest in peace, did a great disservice to the alternative community because he just didn't research deep enough, and he certainly wasn't the expert that he claimed he was. There is evidence for clusters or swarms of comets. There is a certain circumstantial evidence for the existence of a companion sun or a companion star to our sun, a brown dwarf or some other form of dark star. There are many other more reasonable and even acceptable explanations for what was meant by Nephilim and what was meant by Anunnaki. Some of these other explanations and interpretations may actually be a little scarier than what Sitchin came up with. But what Sitchin doesn't have in any way, shape, form, or fashion, is a track record of making accurate predictions. Cassiopeans, on the other hand, have a pretty good track record. So, no track record, track record. Lots of wild claims, no track record. Rational explanations, track record. Research that confirms. No research that confirms. Sitchin, Cassiopeans, okay? That's the first thing. The second thing is they say, yes, this time it's different because this time it happens along with a change of the cosmic environment. Does that mean that there is not going to be any cataclysmic? No, I don't think so. But I think what that means is that there is a possibility for some people to move into another realm of existence without necessarily experiencing total annihilation. I think that even an Earth that's split away by whatever means it happens from the current one we know would still have to do that under cataclysmic conditions, because throughout all the records, throughout all the history of any kind of transitions or manifestations of great changes in any kind of environment of the Earth, it has always been cataclysmic, whether the end result was for the positive or for the negative. And if you think about it, there, just in practical terms, if you read the book The Vegetarian Myth by Lear Keith, you will understand that as it is, if there were no comets, if there was no impending ice age, if there were no aliens or invasion, if there was nothing else going on in our world, we are doomed to extinction because of agriculture. We have raped and pillaged this planet. Once we got done using up all the nutrients in the topsoil and all the agricultural land on the planet, then we started feeding that soil with petroleum-based fertilizers. We are now coming to the end of the petroleum-based fertilizer. So once there is no longer fertilizer, once there is no longer topsoil, then that means there is no longer food. And this agricultural existence that we changed into at the end of the last ice age brought in hierarchy, it brought in psychopathy, it brought in disease, it brought in, all the things that, we are heir to in our civilization, that we are taught from infancy, we're good. Agriculture was the greatest invention. It was not. It was the raping of our planet. It was the destruction of our planet. So even without all of these other metaphysical or cosmic events, we are doomed to annihilation, most of us, because there is not going to be food to feed 7 billion people. Period. End of discussion. Full stop.